Hello everybody and welcome to a little news roundup that's essentially going to be mostly Jumputi heroes. There was some Yu Yu Hakusho news for Magi Battle. That particular news I mostly cover in a summon video that should have gone out last night, so if you're interested in that, go check that out. We've had radio silence on Ori Collection 2. I don't really know what to say about that. If I find the time, because I have been busy, I'll try and do a video talking about some of the things I'd like to see from Ori Collection 2 and what could be special. And for people wondering, because our uploads have been a lot more sporadic, essentially me and Terry have been crazy busy. Terry has gone back to uni, to a good uni this time, and he's trying to get a decent degree. So he's crazy swamped. He's also doing a job at the same time, and as for me, I currently am going to be doing a job, a business course, and at the same time trying to find time to work on videos and work on the website. So a little bit restricted for time, especially this last week where I've had to migrate the website over to a new host. It was a little bit of a pain, a little bit close to losing some of the files and stuff, and it was a whole thing. So that's why the uploads have been kind of sporadic. We never really set ourselves like the goal of one video a day, but we kind of aimed to get one a day. By not making any promises, there was less pressure, and so we could afford to, you know, take a break here and there when we needed to. But we kind of wanted to try and get as many videos as we could. We didn't want to force it. We didn't want to push videos out that like were just kind of rushed and pointless. We just want to sit here and talk a lot of the time. So yeah, so the content's gone a bit dry for a little while. I've got the Yu Yu Hakusho video went up last night. Got this new video going up. It should be going up the morning after I record it, and I got a couple of videos in the works that if I have time I'll try and get up before Christmas, but it's a little bit rough. Now, moving on to the news, as you know, I talked about in the last news video, the Yu Yu Hakusho event was on this last week, and there are 2 more events planned similar to that, story quest events. Story quest events are essentially these massive structured events that include multiple quests within them, and one of them will essentially tell the story of an arc of a story. So in this case, the Dark Tournament arc from Yu Yu Hakusho was told you could farm 100% Toguro if you could beat him, and you were also able to do some of the fights from within that. You could do Shishiwakamaru, you could do Karasu, both farmable. Suzuki was in there but wasn't farmable. The 80% Toguro was also in there. So there was a lot going on. There was a gacha alongside that with 4 Yu Yu Hakusho units. And then separately from that, but kind of still included in the whole event, was the Catastrophe Sensui and the Mizoku Yusuke. Now, we don't know that the other 2 events are going to be exactly the same as that. They might do differently. They might treat it differently. Depending on which series gets it. They might treat it differently and not even do it around a series and do it around like a Christmas event or a New Year event. I don't know. I encourage them to try new things because it's working. They are doing really well at the moment. I'm going to put a calendar somewhere on the screen, and basically I'm recording this on the 6th. Thursday is typically when we get data downloads. Sometimes they come a little bit earlier, especially in the case of the Yu Yu Hakusho event. They had a live stream and all that stuff, and some of the stuff came early, so the data download came early. We know that one of the events is supposed to be in December and one of them is supposed to be in January, but the thing is, I don't know for sure, but I have a strong feeling that whatever this story event is going to be distinct from the Christmas event that will probably be on and the New Year event that will probably be on. I don't know that for sure. I could be entirely wrong, and those next 2 events could be Christmas and New Year. But Christmas is kind of a big deal in Japan, but New Year much more so. And I have a feeling we're going to get some really nice events for New Year, and maybe for Christmas we'll get some cool gacha too. And costumes, give me costume, more costumes, please. So I have a feeling in the Thursday the 13th data download, I have a feeling that's when we're going to see the stuff for the coming week. So from the 14th to the 19th, we're going to see that stuff, and I have a feeling that is going to be the Christmas stuff. Remember, the events can trickle over into the next week, so I think they might add an event where you can farm items and trade them in for Christmas costumes or points in a store or whatever. Then I think the following week, which Christmas will actually be on, I think that might be when the story quest event is. But then again, like, some of the Christmas stuff might have trickled over from the previous week, and then New Year, the following week, we'll get the New Year stuff. That's what I think. I have a feeling that might be wrong, because it's just a lot of events to squeeze in that are going to be big events. Like the Yu Yu Hakusho event was basically 2 weeks. So the Christmas event, how long is that going to be? The New Year event, how long is that going to be? How's it all going to fit together? So I can't say anything for certain, but that's just my, my take on it. In terms of what I think the next 2 story quest events are going to be, in my opinion, it's between My Hero Academia, Naruto, One Piece, and Dragon Ball. For me, One Piece is a dead set. I have a feeling the January story quest is just going to be One Piece. There is one thing in this world that is a true constant, and that is the overwhelming popularity of One Piece. So One Piece, for me, is the January one, which leaves a battle between Dragon Ball, My Hero Academia, and Naruto for the December story quest event. The reason why, normally that wouldn't really be a question. Normally you would say, okay, so Dragon Ball. But the thing is, in my opinion, recent popularity of My Hero Academia works well in its favour, and Naruto arguably has the strongest character to be voted for out of the lot, and that is Sasuke was in the character vote for Naruto. You only had Vegito as like the highest up, I would say, for Dragon Ball, and Todoroki for My Hero Academia. So it's hard for me to say who's definitely going to win. I personally would really like to see My Hero Academia. I probably would like to see Dragon Ball second and then Naruto third, but really, I could see Naruto getting it. I could. If it's Dragon Ball, it's probably going to be Vegito and a Majin Buu saga event, and then separately we might get Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Cell as like the limited and the catastrophe event, which I'm perfectly fine with. Just saying, I'm perfectly fine with. In terms of the other 2, I don't really know what they do with Naruto. I don't know who you would give a limited to that isn't Naruto. Like, unless you're giving it to Sasuke, and if you're giving it to Sasuke, then he's not going to be a standard gacha unit the same way Hiei was, so it's not straightforward. But these story quest events don't need to be straightforward. If Sasuke gets the most votes, he can just be the limited gacha unit, so that could happen. And as for My Hero Academia, I have a feeling Todoroki probably got the most votes quite comfortably. In terms of who would be the limited, maybe All Might. Although I think he'd be the first official character to come out as a legend summon and as a character. But I think we'd all be cool with it. And you could do All Might versus All For One. I think that'd be a pretty cool event. I don't personally think I'd want to farm All For One because I feel like his stage would be a pain in the ass, but hey. So yeah, so that's basically a quick overview of that stuff. Let's now move on to the stuff we actually know, the tangible stuff that's coming in the next week or so. You can already see the banner there. That is the New Heroes Gacha with Part 2 JoJo and 1 character from each Go 100%. It's a little bit odd. The 3 character gachas are kind of rare, but it's actually really nice of them to do this. Obviously, some people will be saying, "Oh, the Ichigo 100% character is there for bait, whatever." I mean, you could say that, and I'm not necessarily going to disagree with you, but the fact of the matter is, your chance of getting a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure unit is around 67% on a guarantee, or on any given... No, on a guarantee, not on any given 5-star, but on any given 5-star, you've still got a decent chance of it being one of the JoJo units. Guaranteed on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th multi. All around, this is a solid banner for me. We don't necessarily know what Joseph and Caesar do, so it's not quite the same, but the thing is, chances are that her name's, I'm missing her name right now, but Ichigo 100%, the girl from Ichigo 100%, she is going to be most likely either a healer or damage based on recovery type character, which means she's probably going to be pretty decent. And, you know, Joseph is going to directly counter the event that we're going to be talking about further down. And we don't know with Caesar, there's no event that he's necessarily going to be countering, which hopefully means he's a nice, well-rounded unit. You can see here, Joseph, very, very nice with the art. And I'm really happy that we're getting Caesar as well. Can we get both of them in the screen? Not really. I'm really happy that we're getting Caesar as well, because I was kind of worried after Will Zappelli, Speedwagon, basically anyone that could have appeared from part 1 except Jonathan and Dio Brando didn't make it in. So I was kind of like, oh, is that just what they're going to do now? Looks like the answer is no, that's not what they're going to do now, and in actual fact, we are getting Caesar. No Lisa, and, you know, there's a few other characters that you could say definitely could have made it in. But I don't see that as a major problem. You can add certain characters later. For me personally, though, I never saw part 1 and part 2 as big problems, because there aren't that many characters that are super important to the story. Once you get to part 3 and part 4, and especially part 5, you start getting to the point where tons and tons of characters could potentially be added. I have a feeling they're avoiding part 5 so as to not spoil anything from the anime. Even though this is a manga game, you might piss off a lot of people by releasing certain characters from part 5 that haven't happened in the anime yet. I know that Ori Collection did that, but that's way before the anime was confirmed to be coming out, and I don't think that was as big a problem. You know, it's a manga-based game, releasing that's fine. In this game, if the anime is currently going on and you spoil something that's happening in a couple of weeks or at the end of the series, that's going to piss people off. So I have a feeling they're going to avoid that until the anime's over. So we're at least going to get part 3, part 4. I don't know what they're going to do with the characters in that one, because who do you add if you can only add 2 characters and 1 villain from each of those series? It becomes pretty tricky, but I guess we'll see. Joseph we know is red. That's good. I could do with... to be fair, my red team's actually really strong, but you know, another red never hurts. I don't know what type Caesar's going to be. I'm kind of hoping he's blue. My blues are kind of... I've got a lot of good blue units, but there's not a lot of cohesion there. So if he could be like a really good, kind of, I don't know, maybe damage plus attack down, or have a really nice passive that gets rid of a certain annoying ability, that would be absolutely fantastic. I don't necessarily know that that's going to be the case, though. We'll have to wait and see. And Satsuki Kitaoji. Did I say that? Kitaoji. I don't remember much about Ichigo 100%. I remember liking her out of all the characters. A lot of the characters were just kind of... They kind of sucked. They kind of sucked at Ichigo 100%. Probably pissed off a lot of Ichigo 100% fans there. But for me, a lot of the characters sucked. But I liked her. I liked her spirit. And for me, this is just a really good gacha, and it's gonna be a big temptation before the next story event and before the Christmas stuff. I feel sorry for any of the JoJo fans out there that are waiting for part 3, because you're gonna be so tempted to pull on this gacha. with no indication of when part 3 could be added. You know, I know when Jotaro comes out, I know there's going to be a lot of people looking forward to that. And I mean, who knows what they're going to do with, you know, Dio and Kira and some of the supporting cast from those 2 parts. Got some really tantalizing prospects for events, I've got to say though. Now, down here, you can see that I have put that Satsuki is going to be yellow. That is because she counters Misuzu, who is also from Ichigo 100%. She is going to be a 100 luck unit, 3 5-star unit, max skill, max luck. Just farm her, easy peasy. There's also going to be missions that are going to... They haven't said what the missions are, obviously, so it's hard for me to say, but I'm assuming it's either the standard, they give more copies of her to make the farming go quicker, with a guaranteed 5-star ticket fragment at the end, or maybe they've added in some more goodies this time. I could do with some more books, you know? That's one thing I always have to farm up, it's annoying. And, you know, I'll max her. I max as many of these as I can, so fuck it. Unless the stage is, like, really fucking annoying. But hopefully that's not the case. No new Ultimate Class event, but as you can see at the bottom, Unity Battle Cars. I know a lot of people are going to be fucking hyped about this, because he's the first Unity Battle character to release and be farmable in the same banner. I say farmable, he's going to be purchasable with Soldier Souls, and he is probably going to come as a reward from the various missions from Unity Battle. So you'll be able to get 1 copy of him for free, and then the rest you'll have to buy. I think it's cool. I think it's really cool, depending on how good he is, of course. Frieza, in my opinion, is actually really solid. Farming those Soldier Souls is a nightmare, because it's not like you can actually farm them. You just have to get a high ranking and then get enough to buy him, and it's a massive pain if you ask me. Personally, I'm saving all my Soldier Souls, participating in every Unity battle as much as I can, and then hoping that eventually a really sick Unity battle character becomes available and I can just buy all the copies and have them max skill, which is kind of cheating. But the thing is, like, these characters are good, but they've specifically made it so that Frieza doesn't get the most out of his abilities until level 12, which, I mean, you could say that about any character, but he specifically has effects added onto parts of his skills and abilities that are completely locked off until you've maxed his skill level. So, pain in the arse, really a pain in the arse. But, you know, JoJo fans are going to go mad for this. This is going to be a difficult stage, I have no doubt. If you're starting now, you're probably going to need Joseph to do well on this stage. But get yourself in a guild and try and get yourself a copy of Cars. I know a lot of people are going to be going ham for this, and I'm just going to try my best to get the 1 copy. I'm going to try. Don't have that much spare time. I'm going to try. And he is obviously green. You can see that in the banner image there. The Defeat Cars gacha, again, really nice gacha. The problem with it is, it's a 369, and in my opinion, they should just do away with the 369s. I don't know how much money they make off making a gacha 369 over 345, but the thing is, like, those 3 characters are really nice. Not everybody would give a shit about Reiki, but I'd quite like to pull him. I have Senku, but if I didn't, I'd absolutely be pulling for him, and I'm even tempted to pull to get dupes, but if it wasn't a 369, if it was a 345, I probably would, for a chance at Senku dupes, Reiki, and Joseph, yes please. The Defeat Sensui gacha, as you know, Mazoku Yusuke was released specifically to counter Sensui. In this instance, he's no longer available, the limited banner will be gone, and so they release 4, well, they say release, these characters are in a lot of the banners, but they feature 4 of the units that counter Sensui a little bit, and you can pull for them. It's nice to see these guys featured, it's nice to see Tarchan featured, it's nice to see Salsa featured, even Kageyama, who has already been featured on 2 banners, this is the 3rd banner he's been featured on. It's nice to see him back, but for me, again, 369 format, is a bad format. These defeat gachas typically are this terrible format, and I'd quite like to pull Sousa or Tar-chan. Not like enough to make me actually summon on this banner though, sadly. The defeat Wakabayashi gacha. This is the Captain Tsubasa Ultimate event. He is returning with a new gacha. It's basically the same as the old one, except all characters come at level 80 with level 5 skill, ready to be evolved to 6-star, and they have now featured Keiichi Anya from Rookies. So they've improved this gacha, but I have a feeling that it's still 369. It's just that the characters come level 80, level 5 skill. For me, this gacha has good units. Again, really good units. Especially if you don't have a Raleigh, she has so many uses. But for me, this is just not it. This is not a gacha I'm going to be summoning on, and I'm going to be skipping basically all 3 of these, which is kind of a shame. But if I was putting on any of the banners, it would be the new Heroes banner. 345 is so good because for what, like 4,000 and something rubies, you're getting 3 guaranteed featured 5-stars. Even if you're getting dupes out of that, you're getting dupes of new units that are probably going to be much better than some of the shit you might get otherwise. So, big plus for me. The step-up gachas, these are so misleading. These are so misleading. Don't look at these banners and think, oh shit, Naruto, Yugi, Kenshiro, and Goku are featured. That's awesome. It's all the yellow units. They just featured the 4 that they thought people would be most interested in on the banner image. Those characters aren't a higher rate than any other yellow 5-star in these gacha. So please, please, please do be careful. Because I know I looked at that banner, I was like, damn, I need Naruto, I need Yugi. Even Goku and Kenshiro dupes would not be that bad. But no, that banner is... the steps are kind of nice because they're cheaper, but it's a bit of a trap. So really do proceed with caution. If there's a specific series you're waiting for, or a specific character you're waiting to be rated up, wait for it. These gachas are not the one to go for. Same with the green one. Basically the exact same shit. So that's basically all the news. This video's gone a little bit longer than I intended, but whatever. I don't know what series is going to be the next story mode, but I'm going to make my prediction that the next story quest event will be My Hero Academia. I think Naruto and Dragon Ball probably should be in there, but I'm hoping that the current popularity of My Hero Academia might push it over the top. And I just think it would be nice to see more characters from that series, because we've seen a lot from Dragon Ball already, and although we haven't seen a lot from Naruto, you know, we've already got Kakashi, we've already got Orochimaru, we've already got Naruto and Sakura, and Sasuke is guaranteed to be added at some point, so I feel like I'm not that interested in seeing a Naruto story mode event right now. I wouldn't be that bothered by Dragon Ball though, and I wouldn't be bothered by seeing Vegito. I'd definitely pull for Vegito. That's unquestionable. But My Hero Academia story event and gacha would be very nice. And yeah, I don't know. That's my prediction. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I'll see you all next time.